Aren't you going to eat that, lovey?
I'm not hungry.
Yes, well, you will be later on. And then you'll start stuffing crisps and sweets and rubbish like that.
Well, don't harass the boy, Blanche. If he doesn't want to eat, he doesn't want to eat.
I'm only trying to be helpful, I'm sure.
You okay?
Why does she always have to go on?
Well, she means well and she's concerned about you.
Yeah, but she never shuts up.
Got everything ready for school?
Yeah.
Well, you're not taking that with you, I hope.
May as well. All the lessons are dead boring. All the stuff we're doing I did ages ago.
Oh, come on, Adam, you can't say that. You haven't been there long enough.
We had double mass on Friday. Everyone just sat there mucking about. I knew all the answers, but what was the point in putting your hand up? Everyone just groans at you if you do.
Adam, if anyone starts bullying you...
No one's bullying me. I'm just bored. Why can't I come to the court hearing?
Well, I wish you could, but it's not allowed.
Why not? It's about me.
I know, it seems unfair, but it's the rules.
I hate that school.
Look, Adam, life's very difficult at the moment, and there's a lot of change going on for you, but you've got to give it a chance.
I know Mum would hate me going to that school as well.
Morning, all.
Ah, morning.
Morning. Hey, you're not taking that to school, it'll get nicked.
Grandad said I could.
Said nothing of the sort.
But it's practically dead anyway.
Oh, well, lucky I got you these then, innit?
Oh, great!
But it stays at home, deal?
You just want to borrow it so you can listen to Eminem.
Hey, he thinks he's got me sussed, you know. Right, get your coat, I'll walk you down there.
Young lads, eh? Reckon I need a bit of practice.
Oh, don't worry, Dad. You're doing all right. Right.
I'm never going to drink that much again, ever. Well, not until the next time. Oh. I hope Matt wasn't too annoyed that you crashed here.
Oh, you're kidding. When I rang him, he had Ashley over. Football highlights for me. Guess what he chose?
I can't understand how you're not in a coma. I've seen some of the lads at work get bladdered, but you could drink them under the table.
All right, just take some practice. And 10 years in the teaching profession's a help.
Oh, my head's killing me. It's a good job I'm on a late shift today.
Actually, I better get a move on. Get out of these clothes, kick the old man out of bed.
You made a kryptonite or something.
I tell you, if you're free at lunchtime, how about a game of badminton? That'll put you right.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Oh, we could use a sports hall. It'd be great.
I feel like I need to lie down in a darkened room for about 2 days.
I thought you were supposed to be RoboCop. Come on, it'd do you good. Get the blood pumping. I'll see you at the school gates about 12:30. Sharp.
You're a sadist, you know that, don't you?
Oh, that's going to do a lot of good, Mike. You breathing booze all over Judge.
I need something to steady me nerves.
It'll be fine. You heard what your solicitor said. You're in a very strong position. You just keep your cool and leave it to her you pay her enough.
Yeah, I know, but it's when Barlow gets all sanctimonious, it really winds me up. The thought of him bringing up my son... Whew.
Well, he's not gonna, is he? Listen, Mike, even if things go really badly today, this is just the start of the process. Adam's your flesh and blood, and he's back in your life. No one can take that away.
Yeah. Well, let's hope you're right.
You don't have to do that, Deirdre. It's what a dishwasher's for.
It hardly seems worth it just for these few crocs.
Isn't the court hearing today?
Yep.
Have you spoken to Ken this morning?
Nope.
And you think you should?
I'd just be in the way. Getting Adam is all that's on his mind at the moment. I've tried to help him with that, but somehow all we finish up doing is rowing.
I still think that he needs you. Today more than ever.
He's got Peter. He's got his lawyer. Anyway, we've argued enough.
Morning.
Oh, morning, love.
Hi, honey, hi. You know, whatever your difference is, courts, lawyers, it's all very unnerving stuff.
I know. I've had my share of that.
OK. So you don't turn up for him today. How are you ever going to put this relationship back together again?
I don't know that I am.
You can help me fit tonight after work if you like.
You're on. Hey, that's not a rag.
He's on a case, aren't you, soldier?
Pity that doesn't apply to your bedroom.
Hiya. I am going to be so late. Won't be able to give us a lift, would you?
Yeah, of course I can.
Oh, me and all?
You can walk. It's only 5 minutes.
Look, I just popped in to say, lazy bones, that I finished work early today.
So I'll pick you up from school, we'll go downtown, have a burger. You can help me choose a new CD player for the flat. That's if your mum don't mind.
No, I'm working till 6 anyway. Yeah, but Sam needs me to help him fit his new carburettor.
It's no problem, I can manage.
Yeah, but Sam, you said that I could.
Yeah, I know, but your dad needs you to go downtown with him, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, but he don't really, do you, Dad?
Well, you have been going on at me for a while to get a new CD player in the flat. I thought you might want to help me to choose.
You go with your dad, little man, because I'm not sure what time I'm clocking off anyway.
But Sam, David, you're going to town with your dad, right? Now, can we go to school, please?
I best get going, eh?
All right, come on then. Where are you going? Right. See you later then, sport, OK?
Yeah.
Here, Mike. Take the smell of booze away.
They seem a little disorganised this morning, but we should be in soon.
Well, look at the state of him. Court welfare officer. Wouldn't you think he'd wear a decent suit?
Mr. Baldwin, I'm sure your interview with him didn't go as badly as you think.
Probably worse. Ruddy's social workers, they're a breed apart.
Now, calm down, Mike, and you behave yourself. Do you hear me?
Hey, Barlow, how's it going? Where's Deirdre? Let you down again?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I was miles away.
Have you got any ginger nuts?
Yeah, bottom shelf. This is daft, you know? I still think he wants you there.
Just a pity he doesn't want me.
Come on, I don't believe that for a minute, Deirdre. OK, go.
You've got meetings today. I can't just leave you in the lurch.
No, meetings are there to be rearranged. Go. Hey! Hey, do you want this? That's a no.
You OK?
No, but it's self-inflicted. Could I just get some headache tablets, please?
Yes, I'll get them. Go. Oh, darling.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
I won't be a minute.
Look at this. She's a piece of poison if I ever seen it.
It's a terrible thing for a child to lose his mother in these circumstances. He's going to need a lot of help to get over it.
Mike and I understand that, which is why we're particularly worried about his schooling.
I know your husband's keen on educating him privately, but throwing money at the problem's hardly a solution.
Personally, I'm dead against private education. On principle, of course. But Adam is having a very bad time at Weatherfield School.
You think he's being bullied?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Yeah. He denies it, of course, and puts a brave face on it, because lads like to tough it out, don't they?
Have you spoken to the school about this?
Well, we're trying. But it's not easy, considering Adam isn't even with us. Mike's priority would be to find somewhere very similar to Adam's old school, so he feels at home. I personally went to a very rough school, and I know how tough it can be if you're a sensitive kid that just wants to learn.
You seem to have thought about this a good deal, Mrs. Baldwin.
Thought that'd make you want to throw up after last night.
Yeah, but dog love. Anyway, me and Matt didn't drink that much. I've got another recipe. Boris found this old cookbook in the library. We're going to wipe the floor milk off, Freddie. Don't stand a chance.
Wonderful.
Oh, we'll be a bit enthusiastic, Maxine.
About a sausage contest. Honestly, actually, you remind me of the lads at school that used to have a competition to see who could peel up the bog wall the furthest.
What's up with you today?
Nothing.
Anyway, sausage contest is good for business.
Honestly, Ashley, how on earth am I ever going to get pregnant when all you can do is get drunk with the lads and talk about sausages?
Keep your voice down, Max.
Why? Am I embarrassing you? Yeah, well, you should be embarrassed for not spending enough time with your wife.
What's up, Max? What?
I started last night. It's another month gone and nothing.
Why don't you tell me?
Because you're just full of beer and talking sausages. What's the matter with us, Ash? I mean, we're young, we're healthy.
There's nothing wrong with us. It just takes time.
So you're telling me Fred were refusing to serve these lads?
Yep, I knew one of them and he is 18, but I think Fred just thought they were too yobby.
Yobby? Well, were they behaving badly?
No, I think he was just fed up and couldn't be bothered with the hassle. Kept going on about how coming in the Rovers isn't fun anymore.
Fun? We're running a business here. It's not supposed to be fun. All right. I suppose I better have a word with our Fred.
I think they're just about ready for us now.
Before you go in, can I just ask you both, for Adam's sake, is there no way we can come to an agreement?
I'm a reasonable man. Anyone will tell you that. But Adam's my son. He belongs with me.
What can I say? You've heard the so-called voice of reason.
Ken. Hope I'm not late.
Ah, Mrs. Barlow, your husband said you were ill. You wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah, well, I felt better, so I thought I'd... It's Mrs. Rashid, by the way, not Mrs. Barlow.
We used to be married, got divorced, and we're back together again. Well, sort of. I thought I'd explained.
You probably did. Modern families can be complicated.
Well, thanks very much. I assumed you weren't coming. Now what's he gonna think?
Right, good luck.
Mr. Baldwin, this is a somewhat informal hearing, so perhaps you'd explain to the judge in your own words your view of the situation.
Oh, Adam's my son, and I appreciate that this must be very hard for him, and I don't want to appear selfish, but he's been excluded from my life. Not through my choice, but to such an extent that I'm virtually a stranger to him.
How do you propose to remedy this situation?
Well, I've since remarried, and my wife and I can give him the stable family home that he deserves. I'm a successful businessman, and I can make sure he gets whatever he needs, to such an extent that we won't have to rely on or touch any of his mother's property or money. That'll go into a bond for him until he's grown up.
Typical of Baldwin to rely on his money.
And as I work for myself, I can have as much time off as I want to be with Adam and get to know him as a father and son should.
As you may know, Mr. Baldwin, in terms of the law, it is usual that a parent should have primary care. And as you are Adam's surviving parent, that is not in dispute.
Yeah, but I didn't want to rely on the law. He's my son, and I love him, and my main priority was what was best for him. I mean, if I could honestly believe that he could have a better life with his grandfather, then so be it, but he can't.
Well, I am whacked. I thought you said you still had a hangover. Yeah, I did, but you're right. The exercise made me feel better. Hey, yeah.
Oh, are you? Just been to the gym?
She's been playing badminton, actually, hence the badminton rackets.
Oh, she's just got the ump because I beat her.
Psych me out more like. Tend to be all weak and hungover. That's coppers for you.
She was out with your Matt last night, drinking.
Well, you have to let him out occasionally, don't you? Bless him. Made our own fun, though, didn't we, Em?
Oh, what was that? Oh, nothing. We just had a few drinks round at my place.
Oh, you should have said. I could have come over if you're having a girly night in.
It was just a spontaneous thing, really. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Not being pushy or anything.
Now we've done it.
Yeah, but it beats sitting around all night discussing nail varnish shades.
Oh, she's not that bad.
Yes, she is.
Anyway, I'll see you at Rover's at tea time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and loser buys.
Yeah, I know.
Hello, love. What are you doing here?
I forgot my swimming stuff and they made me come back for it.
Have you had any dinner?
No.
Oh, I'd best make you a sandwich then. Unless you're still refusing food.
No, that'd be great.
It'll have to be cheese or cheese, I'm afraid. Your granddad did the last lot of shopping, and he's not quite been himself lately. With lots of men, though. I think it's genetic. Nature's way of ensuring they take a wife. Oh, I could offer you some piccalilli, though. Well, that cheeky little beggar.
You've been married a number of times, haven't you, Mr. Baldwin?
Yes, I have. And I hope I've learnt from my mistakes.
Why do you think Susan Barlow was so desperate to keep you out of Adam's life?
I really haven't any idea.
Oh, come on, Mr. Baldwin. You were married to a woman who lived in such fear of you that she had to lie about the fact she was carrying your child.
Yes, lie. That's exactly what she did to punish me. She was selfish. She was vengeful. She knew I wanted children. She wanted a career. She told me she had an abortion. Now, what sort of woman does that?
A woman paralyzed by fear?
That is absolute rubbish. I never raised a hand to her. And if she said that, that's another of her self-serving lies.
I'm sorry, Your Honour, but he's going to start saying things like this about my daughter. Surely I have a right to defend her, since she can't defend herself.
You'll get your turn, Mr. Barlow. In the meantime, I'd be obliged if you kept your views to yourself.
Who's looking after a shop?
Entitled to us dinner.
I was just on my way back, Mr. Elliot.
You finish your pipe, Boris. We're having a business strategy meeting.
Business strategy. I know he needs to stand up to me, battle of the generations and all that, but he's getting me on the joke.
I want a word with you.
Who taught him how to make sausages in the first place, eh? I say, who taught him? It were me.
Fred, this is serious.
You're telling me? I don't rely on recipes. Sausage making is something you do by instinct. The nose, the eye, the touch.
Fred, where you going?
I'm not going down without a fight. I say I'm not going down without a fight. I'll show him how to make sausages.
Do you ever say thanks?
Sometimes, if I feel like it.
You know, Fred is really beginning to annoy me.
I thought you said you were going to have a word.
Running a pub is a serious business. It's hard work. He seems to regard it as some kind of hobby. Yeah, steady on, son. You make yourself sick.
Yeah, well then, that's my funeral, isn't it?
So he hasn't come in buying sweets, then?
No, not today.
Well, if he doesn't like cheese, he could have just said.
Isn't that him?
Where?
In a taxi.
Our Adam?
Why, it looked like him.
Why didn't you stop him?
Yeah, how exactly?
Useless. And what do you think you're doing?
The recent death of my daughter Susan was extremely tragic for us all. And I suppose the main reason that I'm here today is to ensure that Adam is cared for in a loving and stable environment and given a proper chance to recover from the death of his mother.
And you think that that is unlikely to happen if he's placed with his father?
I've known Mike Baldwin for many years, and I was not happy when my daughter married him. He made her life extremely miserable. In fact, it was she herself who decided, when Adam was born, that she wanted her son to have nothing to do with him.
She must have been a very desperate woman to take such a decision.
Oh, I think she was. I mean, he just wouldn't let her be what she wanted to be. He wanted to control her. He thought he could run her life like he runs his business. So the only thing that I can do now is to try to save Adam from a similar fate.
Is it true, Mr. Barlow, that your daughter also kept Adam's existence a secret from you as well as from his own father?
Yes.
Why was that, do you think?
She wanted to be absolutely certain that Mike Baldwin wouldn't find out.
And she couldn't trust her own father to keep such a secret?
Well, no, it wasn't like that exactly.
Then what was it? Would it be fair to say that you and your daughter were somewhat estranged?
Well, we live in different towns.
Glasgow isn't that far away, Mr. Barlow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand that until a few weeks ago, you hadn't seen your daughter in over 12 years. Perhaps she was protecting her son from you.
That's absurd.
Perhaps she was just extremely paranoid. So your acquaintance with your grandson, Mr. Barlow, is of no more depth or duration than Mr. Baldwin's.
I spent a lot of time with Adam over the last few weeks.
During which time you've tried to deny Mr. Baldwin access.
No, but,
You're such a liar, Barlow.
Let me be quite clear about this, Mr. Barlow. You think your daughter was justified in deceiving her husband and indeed continuing to deceive him for many years?
Some deceptions are justified. She did it for Adam.
Oh, come on.
Mr. Baldwin, we've already heard from you.
He bullied and intimidated her into submission, and he'd do the same to the boy. She left him because she had no choice.
Oh, come on, she robbed me of my son!
Miss Smith, if you cannot restrain your client...
Yeah, and what did you do when you found out? You hounded her relentlessly. She had to run from you all over again. She was so desperate to escape to protect Adam that she crashed a car. I mean, what's he going to do to a boy growing up with a man who's responsible for killing his mother?
Tempers are clearly becoming frayed. I think an adjournment would be in order, so that you can both speak to your clients.
All right. What, is that it? He accuses me of heaven knows what, and I don't get the chance to reply.
Mr. Baldwin, let's just leave it, shall we?
I thought this was a court of law.
Come on, Mike.
It's a flaming fiasco, if you ask me.
Ken, just stay away from him, please.
What's going off?
I thought you weren't going to do this.
Well, what do you expect? I'm not responsible for Susan's death. I wasn't anywhere near her. He's twisting the facts again, trying to use them against me.
I strongly suggest, Mr. Baldwin, that you get a hold of yourself. Until your little outburst, I thought we'd made a very good impression.
Well, the law may be on my side, but I mean he's not. Just look at him. Social worker, school teachers are all the same. Sanctimonious hypocrites, if you ask me.
Listen to him.
No, Ken.
Yeah, well, face facts, Baldwin. He might be your son, but you're not fit to bring him up.
What sort of home are you going to give him, eh? Stable? Deirdre's already left you. You're going to tell the judge that? Or lie through your teeth like your dear daughter?
Oh, yeah, and what's going to happen to the boy if he lives with you? You and your new wife, you're going to provide him with a family home? And does that include her having an affair with him as soon as he's old enough? Because that's what she's up to with Mark, wasn't it? You got Adam lined up for her, too. I suppose she is nearer to his age than yours.
Nice one, Barlow.
What are you doing? How did you get in here?
I had a key.
You're Linda Baldwin's brother, aren't you?
I'm Dean Sykes, his brother and all. Remember him?
Look, I didn't want to shoot your brother.
Oh, yeah! It was an accident! Gun just went off in your hand!
What are you going to do? Shoot me with a spanner?
Send you on courses, did he? That'll keep you cool.
I think you've been drinking and you're going to regret this later.
Yeah. But not as much as you.
What are you doing here, eh? You're supposed to be at school.
I want to be here. I want to know what's going on. If it's about me, why can't I?
Lad's got a point.
I don't understand. Why do you hate each other so much?
Well, we don't hate each other, really. We just disagree about a lot of things. You see, the truth is, Adam, we're both very different people with a different outlook on life.
Well, that's something we can agree on.
Mr. Bowden said I should say what I want. But when I talked to him, I got mixed up. Maybe I said the wrong things.
Oh, Adam, whatever you said, it wouldn't have been the wrong thing. And no one's going to be angry with you if you just say what you feel.
Are you sure?
Certainly not.
Now, there's two things that we agree about.
Why don't you come with me? We'll get you a nice drink, and then we can have another chat, eh? You can tell me a bit more what you're worried about.
I don't know. If you ask me, you and your heads banging together, the pair of you.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Don't you think you've had enough?
I can handle it.
What's your name?
Ryan. Ryan, same as Dean.
Well, Ryan, made a bit of a mess of this, haven't you? Mind, I never did like it. Maybe get my husband to buy a new one now.
Yeah, maybe.
Why don't you sit down with your drink? We can talk about this.
You think we're all daft, don't you? A few nice words and we'll all just crawl back under our rock.
No, I don't think that.
You murdered my brother, and you got away with it. I was at the inquest and I saw you after. At that pub, drinking champagne.
It wasn't my idea, Ryan.
I don't believe you!
Ryan, Dean would have shot us if we hadn't shot him.
No way. Not our Dean. He probably never even had a gun. You're all bent, you lot, when it suits you. You planted it on him after.
No, we didn't. You can ask anyone that was hostage that night. You can ask your sister's husband.
I won't trust him as far as I can spit.
Dean had a gun, you know he did. Plenty of people saw it.
Saw what? Some little toy thing that wasn't going to hurt a fly. Where would a lad like our Dean get a gun?
Oh, come on, Ryan. There's pubs you can go to. The gun he had was real enough. He used it. And he was going to use it again. You were at the inquest, Ryan. You heard the evidence.
He still didn't deserve to die.
No one deserves to die, Ryan. But sometimes things just they get a bit messed up, don't they? You didn't think anyone would be in, did you? That's why you broke in.
I don't know what all the to-do's about. I didn't like the look of him, so I refused to serve him. Landlord privilege, isn't it?
Toya knew the laddie were 18. She told you that.
No, she didn't. Any road, he blew 12 to me. The law's the law.
Yet the point is, Fred, we can't afford to be picky. If they're 18, we serve them. We're running a business here.
You want to fill the place with lager louts?
No, but I do want to fill the till with money. And every time you're left in charge, takings seem to go down.
Are you suggesting I've got my fingers in the till?
No.
I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Fred, don't be daft. I just think that our business strategy needs looking at, that's all.
Business strategy? Not you and all.
You're fed up with Deirdre, aren't you?
No.
Look, things are really difficult for her at the moment, okay? I reckon I owe her on this one.
Oh, why's that? Because you blabbed to Mike?
No. Yeah.
Look, I know you're only being kind to her, Deb, but there's a limit, you know. You're too soft for your own good and she's taking advantage.
No, she's not like that.
OK, fine. Then what about us? When do we get to spend a bit of time alone together, eh?
Go away for the weekend.
But it's your flat.
No, once the court thing's settled, okay, things will get back to normal. She and Ken will sort themselves out.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right.
Well, it was during that nightmare at Fresco's when Barlow and I was cooped up in that storeroom.
But why would you tell something like that to him? You must have realised he's the last person you can trust.
Yeah, it's true, but I never thought I was going to get out there alive. I never thought I'd ever see you again.
Oh, Mike.
And I wanted you to know that if I didn't, you were, well, you were forgiven.
I meant to say, thanks for coming.
Adam and I have had a good talk. I think we've cleared a few things up. Right, so you can go and wait with your uncle?
Our Jimmy got in trouble a few times. Never our Dean. Got 2 GCSEs, our Dean. We thought it was brilliant.
Do you do a lot of stuff together, you and him?
Sometimes. You know, watch telly and that. Went out for a drink now and again.
Hey! Don't even try it! Ryan! Come here, Ryan! Get over there! On the table!
You liar! You lying scum!
Hiya.
Hiya.
Oh, hi.
Oh, you got enough newspaper on that. Your mum's going to go mad.
Not back from work yet.
Right. I thought you were coming to town with me.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to help him fix...
Your dad's right, you did promise.
Did I?
Yeah. But best get upstairs and get washed and changed, eh?
I'll be down in a minute.
Kids, eh?
Ah, yeah, kids.
Did you see the way that Adam looked at me in the corridor? Or rather, didn't look at me. And that scruffy social worker, I bet he's on Barlow's side.
I don't think it meant out the way he looked at you.
I reckon that he's told him he wants to live with Barlow. That's why he couldn't meet my eyes.
You jump into conclusions, Mike. I think this whole thing's made him very nervous. He's just a kid. Come sit down.
Baldwin's money. That's the deciding factor, you know.
You're well able to provide for the boy, Ken. I don't think that's an issue at all.
Yeah, well, I just wish I could stand up and say grandly, yes, whatever he needs, I'll provide it.
Well, you're forgetting about Susan's will. And there is the flat in Scotland.
Well, I never thought I'd envy Baldwin his money, but today I do.
All rise.
I'll fight for him all the way, you know.
He's a boy with another business deal.
You had to have a go, didn't you? You're like every pig I've ever met! Full of it!
I was trying to help you out.
Oh, yeah? Like you helped out Dean? Well, where's your gun now, eh? Hey, you want to call your mates up, don't you? Go on, give them a ring. Get them to come and put a bullet in me and all.
Ryan, listen to me.
No! You listen! Kids go into supermarkets and sometimes they rob stuff. We've all done it. It's no big deal. Security got in them places. They're all dozy old farts. They're not gonna run after you. Our kid wouldn't hurt a fly. If you just let him come out, it would have been all right. It would have been all right. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Do ya?
Yeah, I understand you.
How do you go to sleep at night? How do you shut your eyes and not see him? Every time I close my eyes, I see him, and I wasn't even there.
Ryan, maybe you need
Don't
to
talk to me. I don't want to hear your excuses. What are you going to say, eh? Yeah, I don't need to do my job. What kind of a job is that? Hey, what do you do for a job then, pal? Oh, I'm a copper. I shoot kids.
Come on, Ryan, I didn't do it because I wanted to.
Didn't you?
No. You think I don't see him when I shut my eyes at night? Oh, I see him all right. They're not some fantasy version of what happened, because I was really there. And I'll tell you what I see, Ryan. I see him pointing his gun. He'd already shot at my colleague. I didn't know he was going to shoot at next. I had 1 second to make up my mind, Ryan. 1 second. And I still wish I hadn't had to do what I did. I still wish there'd been another way, but there wasn't.
In my capacity as court welfare officer, I've met with both parties several times. There is obviously a good deal of bitterness surrounding the death of Susan Barlow. In these current circumstances, a compromise between the two parties seems unlikely.
Too right.
I understand, Mr. Bowden, that Adam has in fact turned up at court today, of his own volition.
Yes, Your Honour. And I did take the opportunity to speak to him. He is very anxious that his voice should be heard.
Well, are you saying that he feels he's not being listened to by his family?
When I first spoke to Adam, he was a very scared and confused boy. He's no longer quite as confused, but he is still fearful. Especially of hurting the feelings of those who've been trying to help him.
And does Adam have a preference in terms of who he would like to live with?
Yes, he does now. He would clearly prefer to live with his father, Mr. Baldwin.
As I've already emphasized, a child's wishes are important, but can, in certain circumstances, be overridden if it is clear to the court that the child is not best able to judge his own situation. Adam Barlow has had little opportunity to properly get to know either his grandfather or his father. He is a boy who has just lost the one parent he had in any way known. So, who is best able to respond to his situation and to provide him with the love and support that he clearly needs? I think, on balance, that the answer to that question must be his father. I therefore grant an interim residence order, in this case, to Michael Vernon Baldwin.
Yes!
Make her go away.
Ow. She knows her mum. She's not going to give up.
Emma?
I don't know how to thank you enough. I don't, honestly.
Your cheque in the post, Mr. Baldwin. That'll do nicely.
No problem. Look, I'm sorry I lost it a bit
You
there.
don't have to explain.
Come here, darling.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't believe it. This is all your fault, isn't it, eh? Do you realise what you've done, you stupid...
Peter, behave yourself.
Oh, yeah? You're smiling now, aren't you?
Look, I know you must be upset.
What are you going to do now, eh? Go home and play happy families, are we? What are you doing, lining your next one up, are you?
You're sick in the head, you.
I suggest someone gets this guy out of here.
Come on, Peter, you'll have to help me.
Get off.
I know how you must feel.
I doubt it.
Right, then, I'll be round to pick up Adam later. All right?
Oh, Ken. I am so sorry.
She's gone.
Have you thought about how you're going to get out of here?
Couldn't care less.
Think about it.
What's it to you?
I think if you were going to batter me, you'd have done it by now.
Yeah, well, don't bank on it.
Well, even if you do, you still got to get out of here. That's when your problems will really start, because they'll come looking for you, Ryan. Have you thought about where you're going to hide?
Just shut up, will you?
I'm just trying to make you think, Ryan. Look for a way out of this mess, because that's what Dean couldn't do. Everything just got out of hand. He didn't know when to give up. You're young, Ryan. And tomorrow you'll not be tanked up with booze full of Dutch courage. You'll be in a police cell looking at going to prison for a very long time. Is that what you want?
Well, you might not be feeling so good yourself.
Maybe not. But is this really the only way we can sort this?
Sort of what? You're going to nick me anyway as soon as I put this down.
Why don't you just go, Ryan?
Emma, what's going on?
Come on, tell us again. What did you say?
We just chatted about what was best for Adam.
You know, you are fantastic. But then I knew that. I never thought I'd have cause to be grateful to some woolly-jumpered social worker.
Well, your solicitor said whatever Adam wanted was always going to carry weight with the judge.
I didn't want to think too much about that, though. The thought of being rejected by your own son.
Well, he didn't, did he?
No, he didn't. He chose me. You know, when Barlow said that about Mark, I could have killed him. there and then.
Yeah, he's got a nasty gob on him for a so-called educated bloke, and as for that son of his...
Oh, yeah. Right, well, I want to put all this behind us.
Yeah, me and all. Mike, if I could wipe the slate clean, I would.
Consider it wiped. Gonna be a few changes around here, you know, living with a 12-year-old. I hope you're ready for them.
We'll cope.
Well, it took me long enough, but I finally got what I wanted. A family of my own, a son I could bring up my way. So I'm going to propose a toast to the Baldwins. All three of us.
To all three of us.
I don't believe it.
I know. It's come as a bit of a shock to us as well.
At least we found out the lad's light-fingered sooner rather than later.
Come on, Mother. OK, if Adam stole from you, that's clearly wrong, but it was only because he was so desperate to get to the court and make his feelings known.
Feelings that you shared?
Yes. All right, I thought the lad should be with his father. But I must admit I've got my doubts about abandoning any kid to the tender mercies of Linda.
Oh, she was enjoying every minute of it, that one. Could tell by that smirk on her face.
Oh, at least we don't have to move to Glasgow now.
You're not just going to give up, are you, Dad? We can't. Susan would want us to fight.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know how practical that is. I'll have to talk to the solicitor.
I still can't believe he told that court welfare bloke he wanted to live with Baldwin. The bloke who's responsible for his mother's death.
Yeah, which he knows nothing about, and nor should he.
Oh, how are you getting on? Managing to sort your stuff out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a pint.
I've upset everyone.
Oh, love, you haven't.
Of course you haven't. Come on, I'll help you pack the rest of your things. We don't want to forget anything, do we?
Come on.
Hi.
Hiya.
Had a good time?
Yeah, we're all right.
Oh, he's had me buy this really flash CD player, haven't you?
Well, in that flash.
I thought you liked it.
Well, it's okay. Is Sam here?
He's gone home.
Oh, I thought we were going to do some more on car.
Give the lad a break. He needs his tea.
Told you we'd be back too late.
Oh, never mind, eh? We've had a nice time, haven't we?
Don't take it personally.
I'm trying not to.
It's just that I think he's found a new friend.
Yeah, well, we could all do with one of those. See ya.
Are you sure you don't want me to call Curly?
No.
Then at least let my old man take a look at you.
I'm not hurt.
You're shaking like a leaf, woman.
It's just shock.
Exactly. Can't believe the nerve in breaking in here like this.
Charlie, just sit with me, will you?
I'm sorry. Of course I will. As long as you want me to, yeah?
I haven't been that scared since that night at Fresco's.
Don't you think we should call the station? That way they could get someone after him.
No.
I suppose we can ring him later. He won't get very far.
I'm not reporting it.
What? Are you mad? He could have done you some serious damage here tonight. He still could.
I don't think so.
Emma, aren't you taking this macho cop act a little bit too far?
He's a kid with a grievance who got drunk. We're trying to deal with it. It's part of the job.
Not in your own front room, surely.
Well, I know it sounds daft, but I just feel like I owe him one. I owe his whole family.
Of course you don't.
Look, I dealt with it. It's over. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry. If you want to do something, then just make me a cup of tea or something, eh?
A bit of a squeeze, but should just about do it.
Will Uncle Peter be all right?
Oh, yeah, he'll be all right.
Are you angry at me too?
Oh, no, I'm not angry at you, Adam. I want you to just stay here, you know that, but, well, you won't be far away and you can call in whenever you like.
I just thought if I lived here, it wouldn't be fair.
Fair?
You live in a small house, and I know you're sort of retired and you haven't got much money, and you've got to take care of Blanche and all that.
Adam, the most important thing in life is to be with people that you care about and value, and who care about you.
If I live with Mike, I won't have to go to Weatherfield Combe.
No, I dare say you won't.
In my old school, we went skiing every year. I'm getting really good. Linda really wants to learn how to ski, so I could teach her. Dad, too.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I think it will. Mum didn't like skiing that much, but Linda's really up for it.
You will come and see us, won't you?
Yeah. You know, I really like your Granddad. And not just because I'm supposed to like you because you're my granddad. I really do.
You do, Adam. Right.
They're here.
Yeah, okay. Now, you will look after yourself, won't you? And remember, we love you very, very much.
And maybe one day you and Mike can be friends.
Hiya, love. You can sit in the front if you like.
Cool.
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
All right. Now listen, Barlow, for the sake of the boy, why don't we bury the hatchet? Preferably not in each other's heads. What'd you say?
Don't make the mistake of thinking this is over. I'm not abandoning that boy to you. Not now, not ever.
Suit yourself. I was just trying to make it easy for you.
What am I gonna do, Deirdre? How am I ever gonna get him back? I let Susan down completely. What am I gonna do?